Chaps, welcome everyone. Modern Fitness 1753 here. How's everybody doing tonight? So, I had a great day. Had a great workout in the morning. Did some shoulders and abs and cardio. Nailed all my meals. It actually went over and started dissecting my meal plan out. Writing everything out and I'm really now I'm honing in on calories a little more and macros and just trying to take things to the next step and to the next level and, see where I can go from here. I'm very excited to announce that I did get my body analysis done today. And I made what Ali, the guy at the counter, told me. He said I made about a month's worth of progress in a week. Well, I saw him 8 days ago. So, and I could agree for the most part. It's definitely good in all directions. My BMI dropped to 33.5. My body fat percentage dropped to 32.7, which is down 1.2%. My skeletal muscle went from 84.2 pounds to 84.4 pounds. And my weight went from 223.9 to 220.5. So not only did I lose 4.5 pounds and my BMI and body fat percentage dropped, but I also put on a tiny bit of skeletal muscle, which is why this is so impressive. So I'm very, very pleased with this. Very pleased. We did not do my calories at rest, my basal metabolic rate this time. So I got to remember to bring that up to him next time I go there. But good numbers all across the board. I mean, I guess not good numbers all across the board, but good progress all across the board. Losing fat, losing weight, dropping BMI, and increasing skeletal muscle mass. So can't really ask for more in 8 days of progress. And on top of that, I ended up having an excellent workout tonight. I ended up running. I did a 52-minute workout, right? 52-minute workout, all cardio, and I'd say about 35 minutes of that was running, and I went past 5 miles per hour this time. So I was running. My max speed was 5.6 miles an hour. So not bad for a treadmill workout. Again, can't really ask for more. I am expecting similar results this week into the next weigh-in. I'm definitely expecting to drop the same amount of body fat, if not more, because now I'm starting to hone in on the diet even more. Now I'm counting my macros. I'm breaking the scale out. I'm seeing the progress. I'm feeling motivated. And I'm going to make a tiny, when I mean tiny little tweak to my diet every single day. That might be increasing 1 gram of protein and decreasing 1 gram of fat. I mean carbohydrates. Not that I'm eating a lot of carbohydrates, but I definitely want to start shaving those down. I want to, shave my carbs basically in half. And then take it even further, when I want to peak. As far as protein, I would like to increase my protein a tiny bit, and I would like to decrease my carbohydrates a tiny bit more. As far as fat, I'm pretty happy with my fat right now. My fat, I don't remember, I think it was 79. Here, I have my percentages right here. So I did my macros out. Right now, my fat is at 79.8%. My carbs are at 6.4%, and my protein is at 10.2%. So I'm not actually taking in a lot of protein. However, my skeletal muscle mass, as you can see, actually went up slightly. So I don't really need much more protein. And I don't want to eat too much more protein because I don't want that protein to be converted to carbohydrates, which is possible if you eat too much of it. I'm not in danger of doing that at 10% protein. I think I'm eating like 60 grams of protein a day. It wasn't a lot. Yeah, 60 grams of protein a day, which is not a lot for someone. I'm 220 pounds. So if I'm eating 60 grams of protein a day, I'm 220 pounds on the button, and I'm still putting on skeletal muscle mass according to this in-body analysis. So I'm not really too fussy about that. I would like my protein to go from 10.2% to maybe 12%. I would like it to go up slightly. And I'd like my carbs to go from 6.4%. I'd like to switch that right around to 4.6%, somewhere around there. And as far as my fat, I'm happy with 80. I'm happy right where it is. It's at 79.8. I think the next step with fat would be honestly just to leave it alone and move my carbs and protein, just that little adjustment. And then from there, drop the carbs a little bit, and instead of increasing protein a little bit, increase the fat just a little bit. And I'm not necessarily increasing my fat intake for the day. I'm just rearranging the percentages. So if raising my fat percentage, transitively raises my grams of fat per day slightly, that's one thing, but it doesn't necessarily have to, because I will be dropping calories over the next 8 weeks or so, slightly. Every day I want to drop like a couple calories. And I know that sounds ridiculous. It sounds difficult to do because, like, how can you do that? But I've done this before, and I know how to do it. You just drop tiny, tiny little bits. You start with the condiments. I'm just going to slowly phase out cream and replace it with ghee, and then slowly reduce the ghee. I'm gonna be slowly, very, very slowly start reducing. What was it? What am I eating here? There we go. Like I still have a few cherry tomatoes in my diet. I still eat a couple thin, small, little quarter size pickles. I'll be getting rid of those. Cheese. I eat a tiny, tiny bit of cheese. Over the next few weeks, right now I'm eating 2 tablespoons of cheese a day. At some point over the next week, I'm probably going to move that to 1 tablespoon of cheese. And then the next week, maybe only a teaspoon. And then the next week, none. Right now I'm eating half an avocado a day. On a keto diet, that's not really something you can do without. So when I'm at my peak, when I want to peak my physique at the end of March, maybe I'll drop that for a couple weeks to a third of an avocado per day, maybe a quarter at least. But can't go much beyond that because your body needs some potassium. And although I'm getting some potassium from other sources here, not a lot. One of my snacks is 2 cups of decaf coffee with 4 tablespoons of cream. I just moved that today to 3 tablespoons of cream. So moving forward, that's one. There's just a little way to, and then from here out, I'll probably drop a teaspoon at a time. So I'll go from 3 tablespoons to 2 tablespoons and 2 teaspoons, to 2 tablespoons and 1 teaspoon, to 2 tablespoons, to 1 tablespoon and 2 teaspoons, to 1, and so on and so forth. Those are the things that I can start picking on this diet: the cream, the tomatoes, the pickle slices. I found out by weighing my cabbage out that I was actually doing about almost double I thought I was eating 85 grams of cabbage. I was actually eating about 150. Not that big of a deal because it's just a vegetable. But I do want to get on top of that now. So now it's 85 grams every time. and I will eventually drop that. One of my drops on that will be to 75 and then to 70. And until my peak week where I want to look my best, I probably won't drop that further than 70. And then during the peak week, I'll probably drop it in half. So next week I'll probably be at 75, and then the next week I'll probably be at 70, and I'll leave it there for a while. But eventually I'll work my way down to half, so like 30, 35 grams of cabbage. The cacao, so I'm having 88% cacao twice a day, 1 ounce. The snack is 1 ounce of 85% cacao with 1 ounce of pumpkin seeds. And that will eventually have to be altered in some way. I'm not exactly, that's a really important snack for me, because along with doing a keto diet, I also consider my diet to be high antioxidant. I like following a high antioxidant diet year round. So I'll have to figure something out with that. I'm guessing I'm going to have to sacrifice some of the cacao, and then during the peak week, I'll probably have to sacrifice all of the cacao. Even the weeks leading up to it, I'm thinking I'm going to leave that snack alone for now, because cacao and pumpkin seeds, that combination is just so healthy. Even though it is like 7 net carbs, which is kind of high for a keto diet, even though it's 7 net carbs, it's such an important snack, because with cacao you get omega-3s, you get fiber, you get some protein, you get a ton of antioxidants. And then you combine that with an ounce of raw pumpkin seeds, and it's just a powerhouse of a snack. You get an energy boost, antioxidant boost. I mean, super important snack. So I really don't want to mess with that for as long as possible. I mean, I might not remove that until week 3. Right now I'm dieting for 8 more weeks. So I probably won't omit that cacao for another 5 weeks until I absolutely have to, until I absolutely need to take it to the next level. Right now I can get away with getting rid of whatever, a tablespoon of cream here, a teaspoon of cream there. Get rid of these onions, make sure the cabbage is in line, get rid of these. Right now I'm having 3 cherry tomatoes a day. I'll drop it to 2, then I'll drop it to 1, then I'll drop it to 0. Same thing with the pickle slices. I'll slowly phase them out. 5 little pickle slices, tomorrow's 4, the next day's 3, next day's 2. And just these tiny little changes will eventually get the macros exactly where I want them to be. So that is pretty much it for the updates, chaps. Everything is going really good right now in terms of nutrition, and I'm really excited, genuinely excited that I'm once a week going to get my in-body analysis. And now I'm really honing in on my macros, getting them in line. I've been upping the cardio. I've been upping the weight on my lifts a little bit. Just making micro steps with everything. Making micro steps every day, making a little tweak. Every day, making a little tweak towards success. Little baby steps every day. But baby steps every day add up to, bigger steps at the end of the week, and bigger steps at the end of the week add up to leaps at the end of the month. Done it before, I'm doing it, and I can do it again. So yeah, and as always, thanks to everyone for tuning in. Thanks for liking, thanks for commenting, thanks for subscribing. If you like my videos and you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. It does a lot to help my channel out. So thank you again for spending a portion of your day here. And as always, I'm looking forward to the next videos and the next updates. So everybody be well. This has been Modern Fitness 1753, Double V, signing off. Have a good night.